More Sialkots, Pakistan would look a lot different. So thank you for that. It's a good reminder. In 1960, not that long ago, Pakistan's GDP was the exact same as South Korea's. Same GDP, Pakistan, South Korea. Today, South Korea's GDP is 400 times bigger than Pakistan's. So in that period, South Korea grew 400 times. Over the next 8 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about how we are going to grow Pakistan's GDP by 400 times. I'm here representing SparkLabs, which is the world's third largest early stage tech investor, primarily based in Korea and Greater China. I promised Jahan Ara will open Pakistan this year. We're still on track. We need a little help, but we're almost there. And I represent Streeton Partners, which is a Hong Kong-based merchant bank. Today, what I'm going to talk about is why Pakistan is our strong conviction trade. Of the 260 investments we've made around the world, only three so far have been in Pakistan. We want to grow that, and I'll share with you where. I won't repeat what Tyler talked about yesterday. He talked about how Pakistan is being left behind by Korea in the 60s and 70s, and by India, and more recently by Bangladesh. And our peer group really is mid-sized economies with big populations, but they need to grow a lot faster. We have technology investments in Ethiopia, Indonesia, and Bangladesh, and we can see why those economies are growing given the work ethic, structural reforms, policy stability. So do yourself a favor, get the videotape of Tyler from yesterday and listen to it and share it with your friends. So there are four themes for our Pakistan investments. One is that work should work, meaning Pakistan has about 100 million young people, and they aren't as skilled as they should be. They're not plugged into the global economy. They're not generating their full potential. So we fundamentally believe in vocational training, I guess. The technical term people use in the industry is VocTech, vocational training technology. We have a fantastic investment called Andela, which some of you have probably heard of in Nigeria. It trains Nigerians in software engineering and gets them jobs with Microsoft, Google, etc. And they can stay living in Nigeria. So they're sitting there earning money, earning US dollars. Pakistan is the world's fourth biggest freelance market, meaning people sitting in Hyderabad, Sialkot, wherever, working freelance gigs on the computer. Pakistan should probably be the world's second biggest freelance economy. We need more people trained in technology. We need people to be able to do more. For example, when we export talent, as you know, remittance is a very important part of our economy. When we export talent, we could be exporting higher value talent. For example, nurses to the aging populations in Europe. Anyway, we think this is a significant opportunity. We're putting meaningful capital behind it. The biggest sector in Pakistan's economy is agriculture, right? And that's fantastic. Pakistan is blessed with natural gifts such as fresh water, fertile land. That has been a gift for thousands of years. However, as our Chinese partner put it, our agricultural practices are fresh from the 17th century, maybe even the 16th. We don't use water effectively. Our productivity per acre for pick any crop lags market leaders. And we think you can probably triple the economy just by getting agricultural productivity close to global leaders. We have one of the world's biggest and most successful agricultural technology accelerators and funds based in Sydney, Australia. And we have partnerships with large Chinese and German companies on how to better use water. In reality, the world's best water technology is in Israel, but I understand how that works. And we want to bring that German and Chinese technology on water and agriculture to Pakistan. And the purpose is effectively to feed China. You know, my friend and Chinese investor Steve Ma asked me yesterday, what is the killer app? What is the big exponential driver of change in Pakistan and the economy? And we believe it's China. So we think feeding China is not just a noble endeavor. We think it's a fantastic wealth creation opportunity for Pakistan. China is depending on how you count, the world's biggest or world's fastest growing economy in terms of quantum of wealth being created in China, and China can't feed itself. So China wants to grow food all around the world, and what China needs more of is more protein, more fruit. We can do that, except we don't produce enough of it per acre. So China, fruit, obviously you can understand, mango, citrus, etc. And on protein, it's pork and chicken. I understand building a large-scale pig farm may be a problem in Pakistan, but we can certainly do chicken and meat. So we're obsessed with this, and we are bringing our technology partners here to do more agri and use water more efficiently. This is the stuff that drives us crazy. Chairman Mao said, women hold up half the sky. In Pakistan, the women formal workforce participation rate is only 24%. Bangladesh is about 36. We should be in the 40s at minimum. The other thing that drives me crazy is we have 260-something venture investments around the world, and our women founders outperform our men founders by about 30 to 40%. So we said, well, let's go find more women founders, and we can't. So in Pakistan, we're actively looking for women founders. We're looking for women to join our team, our investment team, and so on. And I encourage all of you to hire more women, promote more women, invest more in women, because they are, frankly, probably Pakistan's least exploited is the wrong word, but at least used resource in terms of driving economic growth. If you look at Ethiopia and Bangladesh, one of the reasons they have grown so quickly is driving women in the workforce. This is probably where we'll spend most of our money in capital in Pakistan. We love Pakistani versions of technologies that have worked elsewhere. So we look for large addressable markets. TAM, target addressable market, large addressable markets with great founding teams. Now, last year in Silicon Valley, 64% of venture capital went to repeat entrepreneurs. Someone started a second company, a third company. Pakistan doesn't have that many of those, and that's okay. But we do understand what it takes to be a great founder, and we're looking for great entrepreneurs who want to solve big problems. The repeat part is very simple. We look for models that have worked elsewhere and bring those models to Pakistan, because we don't need to reinvent wheels. Something exists, let's bring it here. So let me give you 3 examples of investments we've made in Pakistan. One is, let me pick the middle one first, Fredix. Fredix is a company that calls itself the Uber of trucks. It's a digital marketplace for trucking. Pakistan has 400,000 trucks. They typically operate about 40% capacity, and they don't get enough margins, but the middleman takes a lot, the addiwala, the truck addiwala. So we're going to blow that model up and create more wealth for truckers, and that has spillover effect down the line. We love that model. Our partners in this are Manbang Full Truck Alliance, which have 95% market share of trucks in China. We're borrowing that model, borrowing that software, combining it with an entrepreneur who's phenomenal. He couldn't be here. He's in Turkey today giving a speech in English for the first time in his life. This man is from Rahim Yar Khan, and he somehow found us. We fell in love with him, and we said, what do you need? And we basically gave him everything he needs, because what he's building, we think fundamentally changes the landscape in Pakistan. With China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, we built highways, high-quality highways, and Pakistan's a lot smaller now because of these highways. And we've got special economic zones coming up, we've got e-commerce, but delivering all this is still physical. And we think trucking is a major sector which we can digitize. Second is rooms. Rooms is the Oyo of Pakistan. How many of you know what Oyo is? Okay, so what Oyo is this guy in India, this young guy in his 20s, he went around and said that all these hotels that aren't branded, they aren't Mövenpick, that aren't Marriott, they ran like Crystal Palace in Lahore. That guy runs at about 40% capacity. So 2/3 of his rooms typically are completely empty. So he brings them up to a certain standard and gives them his brand name and provides deal flow. So he's sort of a booking.com and a brand, and he brings that together. So that's the model we're bringing to Pakistan. We launched this 2 weeks ago in Lahore, Pindi, Islamabad. It's in beta. We're coming to Karachi, inshallah, early next year. We love this business. TeleTalk. TeleTalk. How many of you know what SendBird is? SendBird, Twilio, SendBird? Okay, we got to work on that. So this is when you look at it, it's a chat application called TeleTalk. It feels like WhatsApp. It feels like WeChat. But all of China runs on WeChat. So we pretty much work, do conferences, exchange documents on WeChat with our Chinese friends. TeleTalk is that for Pakistan, plus it has a B2B element, meaning if you're Daewoo Express, this is the way you will interact with customer service. Right? So this is the way you will interact with customer service, not call centers and so on. That's a big leverage. Hey, I didn't know you were coming. Hey, hello. I haven't presented in front of a high school friend in about 30 years, so this is funny. We have dozens more we're looking at in the pipeline, and the reason I say no passengers is the people in this room are people of wealth, people of influence, people of incredible talent. What I would like you to do is spend some of that wealth, influence, and talent with these, not necessarily my startups, but startups around you, right? A $10,000 check, $50,000 check makes a massive difference to these startups, right? The last funding round for a company we love was $400,000. That's not that much compared to the upside possible. So I'd love for you to invest in these companies. If you speak to Jahan Ara or Ms. Naqvi, they will share with you the startups which they work. These companies need that amount of capital. Second thing they need is your experience and your capability and your time. So you be an advisor to these companies, help them out. The things you know, the things that you don't think are valuable are massively valuable to these startups. They're in their 20s or 30s, they've never done a company, they've never worked in a company, but you have, you know how things should work at scale. And finally, many of you, as Bernie pointed out, many of you are CEOs, business owners. Please use these technologies in your companies. Give them a chance, right? On the face of it, you'll always want to go with an established foreign brand for technology in your business. I understand that. But give the Pakistani entrepreneur a chance. Give Pakistani technology a chance. If you look at the Indian tech sector, we have about... If you look at the Indian tech sector, the Israeli tech sector, that has been a fundamental driving force in changing the face of those nations, making people rich, making their country strong and powerful. And this came to head a few weeks ago during the second Kashmir crisis this year, when we realized we didn't matter. Pakistan did not matter as much to the world, because India is a huge economy. India is where the wealth creation is happening. So just for national security reasons, we need to get wealthier. We need to invest in technology. We need to get this right. So please spend your time, spend your money on these companies. So we are putting our money where our mouth is. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. We believe entrepreneurs change the world. We believe entrepreneurs change the world. We want to back entrepreneurs. We want to back women entrepreneurs. We want to back entrepreneurs in agri-tech and water tech. We want to back vocational training. And we want to support local versions of business models that work. We have a $200 million fund. We've already started investing it. I'm not here asking you for money. We have the fund ready. Where I'm asking you to spend your time, spend your energy supporting Pakistan technology. We launched this months ago, and thank you for the opportunity to share with you what we're doing. So this is today. We spoke to a bunch of entrepreneurs yesterday. From the ones we met yesterday, we'll most likely end up signing two agreements to put about $1.25 million to work. And I'd like you to join these entrepreneurs and help transform Pakistan, because the opportunity is now, and Pakistan is a long-run opportunity. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.